Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Not too much is happening at the moment, but we see a little bit of selling pressure in the market. Bitcoin broke below a trend line on a smaller time frame. So this is here. If we draw that trend line, we have it on the smaller time frame as well. There are quite a few touch points, 2 to 3, and Bitcoin broke below it now. So this could be an early sign, as I mentioned yesterday, that wave 2, the wave 2 pullback, the wave 2 correction has started, which would mean a pullback opportunity is ahead of us. It is possible that this wave 2 will be shallow. For example, it could easily test here the area of a previous wave 4 of one lesser degree in the 63, 64K area, and that's it. But we don't know. We have to see how the market reacts to that key area, to that pivot. Overall, yeah, no surprises. Nothing has really changed. The price could still stretch a little higher in wave 5 of 1. But I'm definitely observing if a top has formed already, which means basically I'm just getting ready for a wave 2 pullback and for adding positions in that support zone, maybe even a little bit before we get there, just in case the pullback is shallow. And just to note that below 56,430, assumption is that another low is coming, probably then testing the low 50K area. But yeah, this is still a bullish chart as long as overall the 50,670 area is holding. But in the short term, we need to hold 56,430. As I said, my assumption is a larger degree fourth wave bottomed here on the 5th of July, as long as the $56,430 level isn't broken anymore, because this is the 78.6 retracement of the rally. And okay, if Bitcoin forms another high, I will have to adjust it with the price. So let's imagine Bitcoin extends higher, reaches 72K, then also the support region would be lifted. Yeah. So it's all about, okay, just note that we could still go higher. I mean, a break of a trend line is not absolute certainty that we will start now a pullback, but things are adding up. Okay, things are adding up. If we haven't topped yet, we ideally are close to a top. Looking at the shorter time frame, this is the 1 hour chart. Why do I say we could be close to a top or we've topped? Well, because it fulfilled the minimum requirements of this rally for a 5-wave pattern from the 5th of July low. And as I said, ideally looking at the microstructure, we would even see some further extensions. Again, the minimum has been fulfilled, so they are not needed. And I'm just watching for a pullback because the minimum requirements are fulfilled. That doesn't mean it's a great long trade setup from here because, again, minimum requirements to the upside are fulfilled the same way that down here, where we saw bullish divergences, it's not necessarily a great short trade area, right? And also up here where we see bearish divergences, now I showed you them yesterday, here, bearish divergences where the price is pushing higher and we see lower lows, lower highs constantly on the relative strength index. I mean, it's not necessarily the greatest time for a long trade. Everything can work and you might have a known edge. Fine, but we broke below a trend line and we are just retesting it. We are just retesting it from below. So this is interesting. Often these trend line breaks, they lead, well, it could just be a fake out. Let me just slightly adjust the trend line. It shifted for some reason a bit. More like that. Yeah, more like that. Okay, so it's already broken. We're now going up for a retest possibly. And I'm still labeling that as a possible 1-2, just to show we could still extend higher. But any break below 65,850 would reduce the probabilities further that we are going any higher. Basically, I'm now watching for a pullback. As I said yesterday, if we break the trend line, I will use that as a first signal that the top is in. That's why we've got the wave 1 here with a question mark. But further evidence is needed. And it's only a 3-wave pullback as well that always leaves the door open for higher prices still. But you rarely get really proper 5-wave moves down in wave A. So that would make it easy wave A can be a 3-wave move, so it could easily be like a wave down. We don't have enough evidence, you know, what kind of structure this is now exactly, okay? But it's a corrective pullback so far. So generally we look for higher prices, but the extent of the correction is likely a wave 2. I hope that makes sense. Now these wave 2s, as I said, they tend to finish in the area of a wave 4 of 1 less degree. That would be 63 to 64K. It might not test that support area. Don't make the mistake to think it's a target. It has to get there. This is a standard support zone. But if it is a bullish cycle, which might just have started again, then pullbacks can be extremely shallow. All right. Now, I myself will start to add in the 64K area, low 64K area. Is there a guarantee to get there? No, but it really should do in a wave 2. I mean, not that it will, but it should do. So if it doesn't get there, you know, I don't want to buy. That's it. Any further upside is possible, and the next upside levels are on the chart as well. But either way, I would interpret any further rally from here just as an extension of wave 1. That's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.